Ooh, that's a lot of sales. Okay, let's get into it. Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to the Every Closet. My name is Stephanie, and along with my partner Ethan, we are two full-time resellers of used clothing on places like Poshmark and eBay. If that sounds like something you're interested in knowing more about, hit subscribe down below. It would mean so much to us. In today's video, we are going to be talking about some sales that we did in November and December of 2022. We're doing this because we were on a bit of a YouTube hiatus then, so sorry about that. Thank you so much for coming back. We appreciate you guys so much, and we will not be leaving you again. We're pretty sure. We made some really good sales then though, so I want you all to know about them because I want you to know what's been selling semi-recently within the last few months for over $50 single item sales. We're not going to go over bundles, not because they're not valuable, but because we wouldn't even possibly have time. We're going to go over the best of the best sales that we had in November and December of 2022 on Poshmark. So Poshmark Canada and Poshmark US. This sold on Canada. We're doing Canada first. So everything will be in Canadian dollars. So if you're American, think of it like adorable little weak dollars that can't even lift, bro. Or something. Ridiculous analogy. Okay. The first thing we sold during this time period was a self-portrait cutwork blue suede star print mini dress. This was in a size 6. It sold for $155. That gives us $124 in our earnings. And I remember paying $44 for this at a consignment store. I think it's the style. I actually think most self-portrait dresses should get you over $200, but the comps for this specific dress weren't over $200. So I picked it up knowing that, and I picked it up because we were still getting a very good price. Maybe Ethan can put up the profits like a nice fellow. So $44. Oh, that works out nice. $124 is then the $80 profit. Regardless, I knew there'd be enough room for profit there, and thankfully I was right, and that's a great sale, so we were happy with that. Next was this Badgley Mishka collection 5th Avenue dress in a size 10 in sparkly gold glitter print. This is a very popular bridesmaid's dress. Badgley Mishka makes a lot of wedding dresses and bridesmaid dresses and event dresses, and so that's one of the things they're best known for. So I knew picking up this dress, this was a sought after piece that people would want to buy for less than retail, because what was retail? I don't have it here. Oh well, it would have retailed for, I don't know, $300, $400, $500. And we sold it for $120. That gave us $90.39 after Poshmark fees, and our cost of goods into that, oh, I want to say I remember, but I don't. And I can't see the notes under the listing unless I make a copy, and we're not going to do that. So knowing me, Badgley Mishka has performed, pretty okay for us before. This is a better piece than usual, but I have had to sell some Badgley Mishka for less, so I don't think I would have paid more than $30 for this, but let's assume I paid $40, even though the reality of it might be that I paid $18 because they had it on clearance, but we're not going to count like that because we don't like to overcount our successes. So assuming I paid $40 for this, that would make this a $50 profit after Posh fees, which is great. Definitely what we're looking for. And now someone has a bridesmaid's dress that is cheaper than it would have retailed for. Fantastic. Love it. All right. Next. I've had these since the beginning of reselling. Rare Oakley heels, hollow point, aluminum wedge, slingback heels in a size 6. These were so weird. These came to us, and you haven't heard me say this in a while because all the other stuff has sold by now, but these came to us from one of my best friend's moms who was cleaning out her stuff like 2.5, maybe 3 years ago. She gave us a bunch of stuff, and I was never giving up on these heels because they're so cool. Look at them. They're like unique, and they're metal, and they're Oakley, and I knew they were worth money, but I also knew that they were waiting for the right buyer. They're a size 6, so not many people can wear them, and not many people are that into Oakley or into wearing metal high heels or into the kind of like zany look that these had. So I understand why they took a while to sell. I also understand that I had them priced pretty high. I think I originally priced them at like $250, and slowly over time I'd relist it and then I'd lower it and I'd relist it and I'd lower it. Regardless, they sold for $64, giving us $47.24 after posh fees. And we are very lucky and very grateful. We didn't have anything into those. Those were all given to us from my friend's mom. So thank you very much, Karen, again for all of that. And I'm really excited. I think this is the last piece. So it finally sold. If you'd had me guess at the beginning what would sell last, it might be these heels. I'd be like, well, they're weird and they're small, but they're still really cool. So if you see something that unique and that cool, even if it's not like a super bolo brand, I mean, Oakley is not a bad brand, especially sunglasses. But I just want you to know, if you find something that cool, you might want to consider picking it up. I'm happy that I wasn't faced with the choice of paying up for this or not, because I think back then I would have chosen to. And that would have clearly been a kind of incorrect decision, like depending on how much it was. So good to know, but still a great sale and happy about it. Ooh, lots of bundles. This sold for $50. It was a Wilfred Aritzia black button front shirt midi dress with a notched lapel and waist tie in a size small. This was a super cute dress. It had, like it said, it was button down. It was a waist tie. It was like a maxi-ish dress with a slit. Super cute. It was in a size small and it sold for $50, giving us $40 after posh fees and giving us $20 in profit, because the other $20 went to our consignment client who gave us this to sell, which is fantastic. Consignment clients that give you modernish Aritzia in very good condition are stellar consignment clients. So we love that. We love her and we love making money. Okay, next was a Zadig & Voltaire Ava zipper pocket cropped raw hem straight leg jeans in a size 28. Zadig & Voltaire is a very expensive brand, and I wouldn't recommend selling their pieces for under $100 except jeans. So many luxury brands have that caveat. Well, except jeans, because I don't know why. I think it's because people actually just want the style of jeans and they're not as interested in it being super designer. I don't know. If you guys know, let me know. But anyway, these sold for $60, which was fantastic. We bought them for $15 at a consignment store when they were very much on sale. So that gives us $48 after posh fees, and minus $15, that's $33 profit, which is fantastic. I was kind of more expecting around a $40 to $50 profit, but I'm very happy with $33 profit. And we got a nice love note too, so that was super sweet of her. Should I read it? Do you guys care? I'm going to read this and then let me know in the comments if you don't care and I'll stop doing that. It says, I love these jeans. Seller is friendly and great communication. Measurements are spot on. Oh, thank God. Fit is perfect. Item exactly as pictured and described. Highly recommend this closet. Thank you. Maybe I just wanted to read a bunch of compliments about myself. Okay, moving on. Next was this Rag & Bone floral navy blue red hoodie. Rag & Bone and I are confused with each other. I priced this at like $125. It wasn't going to sell for that because I had it for a long time. But I remember specifically paying $20 for this. So I was still happy with that cost of goods, still happy with our profit. But regardless, it sold for $58, giving us $42.47. So the profit there would be $22.47. It's a little below what we're going for these days, but I think I'm learning that I might not have picked this up again. However, it also really could have sold for more. So I don't know. Like, I think that's the least I would have accepted. Oh, I don't want to talk about it. I'd probably source this again if I'm being completely honest with you. Rag & Bone, I will definitely source their shoes. Yes. I will definitely source like jackets. Yes. Most dresses, a lot of dresses. Sweaters for sure. Jeans, probably not actually. Like, even at Value Village, I'm like, well, are they flared or trendy or really cool? No, then I'm not gonna buy them because those don't have as much value. But yeah, hoodies and stuff or shirts and stuff. Like, we just sold a shirt this morning for like 64 US, and that was smaller than this. It's a luck of the draw. I'm gonna be honest with you. I would have sourced this again today. Okay, next were these Timberland women's fleece-lined fold-down winter waterproof boots in a size 6.5. These actually came to us from our consignment client again. I don't know why I say that like there's only one, but from a consignment client, which is fantastic other than the fact that she has small feet, but that's okay. These still sold for $72. They were in really good condition. So that gave us $53.64 after posh fees, and we split that in half, so like 26 profit for us, 26 for our client. Love it. Amazing. Timberland boot totally depends on the condition, right? Like you really need them to be in good condition. But if they are, usually they can sell for over $60 usually. But yeah, these were great and we love that. Next was a pair of Adidas Yoshi Yamamoto Y3L Run Blue sneakers. These were in a size 6, so I think that's why we held on to them for so long. But I did get these at a consignment store for I think like $18 if I'm remembering correctly, but let's say 25 just to be really safe. When I saw the Y3, I was like, yep, those are worth money, coming home with me. So even though they were size 6 and they took quite a while to sell, I'm very happy they sold for $80, giving us $64 after Posh fees, or $40 profit-ish, which is awesome. I think I had these priced at like $200. I didn't think I was gonna get that, but I was hoping for over $100. But 80 is close enough and it gave us enough profit. So we accepted that because we accept reasonable offers. Next is this Faithful the Brand Marianne yellow mini dress, Bastille floral print in a, deep V. This was in a size US 6. It sold for $60, which is fantastic. I only got this for $12. Faithful the Brand depends on the item, right? And it's slowly going down as more and more people know about it, right? Of course. But I still think it's worth paying probably up to $20 for this item, right? Because it sold for $60. So our earnings after that were $47.16 after fees and probably a shipping discount. $35 profit, which is totally what I'm looking for, especially when I'm picking up like a cute little mini dress, or maybe it's a romper. I can't actually tell. It doesn't say it's a romper. It's probably a mini dress. From Faithful the Brand, that's kind of what I expect. So that's awesome. Oh, next was this Byron Lars Beauty Mark. Beauty Mark is just like a diffusion line by Byron Mars. Black and white floral ruffle neck lace overlay blouse. Sometimes I just keywords. In a US size 10. This sold for $74, which was fantastic. That gives us $59.20 after Posh fees. And we picked this up, I think it was really cheap. I think it was like $10, but it was a long time ago. So let's say 20, just to be really safe. Okay. So $20 for this, let's say, and it was $59.20, so that'd be $39 profit if say it was that, or maybe a bit more. But yeah, fantastic. Love it. Moving on. Next, a brand I will almost never leave behind if it's in good condition and it doesn't have a T in front of it. Do you know what I'm going to say? Alexander Wang. Alexander Wang is so awesome. I love selling Alexander Wang. We had these adorable black ankle wrap pointed toe heels. They were in an EU 40, so that's a great size. It's either going to be a size 9 or a 10 or somewhere in there. And they sold for $100. Amazing. They did have a little flaw. The toe on one of the toes was a little scuffed. So I would have priced these maybe even double of where they ended up selling, but because of the flaw, I think I priced them around $150. Someone offered $100. I said yes. And also because of the flaw, these were again somewhere between $10 and $20. We're getting pretty far from that, but my brain thinks they were $16. My heart doesn't want to lie, you guys. So let's say 20. We made $80 after Posh fees, and so around a $60 profit. That was fantastic. And yeah, even if something has a little flaw, as long as you disclose it, as long as you're honest about it, please do be. If it's a good enough brand, it can still sell for a very nice profit. Okay, next was this Reformation Kiara navy blue and white sparrow mini dress in a size 0. 0. I can't leave behind Reformation. I don't have it in me. But when I saw it was a size 0, I was like, I don't know if I should even get this. But it sold for $55, giving us $44 after Posh fees. And I do remember this being $11. And I was like, you're going to charge me $11 for Reformation. I'm going to buy it. $11.44. Oh, that's a nice even. So a $33 profit. Pretty good, especially for a size 0. That's a harder sell, and Reformation dresses can sell well over 100, honestly well over 200, but it totally depends on the style, and a lot of their mini dresses usually sell between 50 and 100. So don't pay up too much unless you've looked at the style and you see that everyone's paying over 100 for it. But I knew that this one would probably be more like 50 to 80, which I'm happy with. It wouldn't be a what sold video that spans any large amount of time in our closet if there wasn't a Sid Dickens tile. This was the Sid Dickens chest pun tile memory block from 1998. It's a retired style, and it's obviously one size. It's not clothing. It's a ceramic tile. You decorate it on the wall. I've mentioned these hundreds of times by now. No, but like 20. They all come from our one consignment client because no, we didn't find a bunch of these in the wild. I don't think that's likely, but if you're in the paintings and decor section and you see something that looks kind of like this, check the back, because if it says Sid Dickens, okay? Okay. This sold for $148, giving us $114.44, which we split with our consignment client. What is that divided by 2? It's like a 55-ish, I don't know. Which is fantastic, because now she has $55 and we have $55. And she also obviously used these as decor for a while and then gave them to us. And these actually retail for $121 on Sid Dickens' website. But the reason they sell for more is because this is a retired style, so no one can actually get this except on the secondhand market. Which is what I tell people when they're like, this retailed for this. And I'm like, yes, but it's not resale for that. Pay me more money. I say it nicer than that. I'm not that inept at this job. Next was a pair of Ultra Core Ultra Super Drop leggings with star outline print in Nero Gold in a size small. Love sewing Ultra Core. I only just started finding it, but when I find it, I'm like, mine. So these were $15. They sold for $64, giving us $47.24. And $47.24 minus 15 is like a $32 profit. That's awesome. That's totally what we're going for. And yeah, Ultra Core leggings, haven't had a problem with them yet, selling over 50. So whatever kind of profit you're going for, check out Ultra Core leggings if you see some, especially if you see certain prints like, I don't know, star print is pretty popular. We had a skull print one that sold really well. We'll do some research one time, you and me, or just you, or just me. Moving on. Oh, a $300 bundle. Don't have time. Okay, we sold these UGG Australia Classic Short 2, version 2, metallic shearling sheepskin dark brown boots in a size 6. These came to us from our consignment client. I actually don't source UGG boots at the thrift store. A, they're usually in not good enough condition, and B, they sell so unreliably for us. At least not like classic UGG boots. I will get leather UGG boots, and I will get UGG slippers, and I will get other UGG things, but not their like classic shearling boots. Usually they're pretty beat up when they hit the thrift store, so usually there's not a lot of like, hey, do you want these? They're kind of crappy. I don't like selling that stuff. And then also, depending on what day of the week it is or however the pricing manager is feeling at Value Village, they're also very overpriced. So I was really happy to get these. They were in very good condition. And even though they were a size 6, people do still want Uggs secondhand. They just don't want them to be total crap. So we sold these for $50, giving us $40 after Posh fees, which we split evenly with our consignment client, which is around what I'd expect for the condition they were in. I've had Uggs sell as low as like 25 for not so good. I've had other Ugg boots that aren't the like shearling, like the slippery classic boot. I've had other Ugg boots sell for more. It's just, I want you to look up comps because UGG doesn't always mean what Value Village seems to think it means, which is $50 cost of goods. So yes, that is my take. Okay, we sell this All Saints Turn Leather Biker Moto Jacket 3/4 sleeve in anthracite dark gray in a size US 8 for 169 Canadian dollars. I wanted more than that. But when you get an offer like that, it's really hard to turn it down. I was shocked when we found this at a thrift store for $40. I was like, do they understand what All Saints leather jackets go for? I think they thought it was in not good condition, but it was because it's a sort of distressed style looking jacket. So that might have been why it was only $40 at the not thrift consignment store. But so when we sold it for $169, we make $131.24 after Posh fees. So that's minus $40. It's a $90 profit. I did think this would sell for over $200, and I had it priced at like $350 at first, then I had to lower it. A $90 profit. You can't pass that up when someone does offer it. So you're like, that's less than I wanted, and I don't care. It's kind of what happened there. Ooh, next was a pair of redone 70s pipe straight leg jeans in black in a size 27. Love these. These came from our consignment client, one of our consignment clients, and they sold for $70. Redone is a fantastic jeans brand, especially if you find them for the right cost of goods, a trendy jeans style, and in good condition. This hit all of those things, so was really happy. They sold for $70 and we earned $56 after Posh fees, which we split again with that consignment client. Just like scrolling through pages of $45 to $49 sales, like, no, sorry, didn't make it. Okay, this sold for a good amount of money, but I made a mistake. Oh, this is a Tularosa navy blue Fiesta midi maxi dress in a size large in navy blue. I said that. This sold for $75. That's a very good sales price, unless, like me, you paid $50. I bought this, I think, a year and a half or so ago, maybe 2 years. I thought because it was a size large and because it was Tularosa, and I just happened to really like Tularosa and know it sold at Revolve, I thought it might sell over $100. It sold for $75 after an extremely long wait. And we made $60 after Posh fees, which means we made a $10 profit. Whew, that is not what we are looking for. But when you've had something for that long and it hasn't sold, of course you'll let it go for that. Like, any day of the week I'd accept that. So this is just a nice reminder when you have to take a loss, that sucks, and learn from it. So I would never pay $50 for a Tularosa dress now. A secondhand one. New tags, I probably would. Regardless, that was a lesson I learned, and that was $10 new I got, so it could have been worse. This is a Pandora retired two-tone sterling silver ring. Silver and gold diamond circle ring. One size. Here's like a picture of it. Tiny, tiny diamond in this thing, but a freaking diamond. So, I believe this sold the same day I posted it. This came as a set, and I maybe could have sold the set for more, but I didn't realize that when we first got all this Pandora. I think we got it all last March, or at least that's when it all got posted. So maybe we got it last February. Regardless, we sold most of it right away, and then I realized that this piece was its own like ring or whatever. I don't know. I had to relist it as properly what it was because I didn't have it listed as what it was. And then it sold that day, so properly looking things up, but I don't know anything about Pandora, and it was really hard to find. Like, as you can see, I still didn't find stock photos or anything, so I still don't know like the style name for this ring, and I looked. It sold for $100 the day I properly listed it, and that gives us $80. And as with all the Pandora we've ever had, that came from one of our consignment clients. If you don't know, the way to know if something's Pandora is it'll have ALE stamped on the inside of it, if it's a ring or a bracelet or a charm or whatever. But usually that's behind the counter at our Value Village for like $50. So we don't usually source it, but we see it sometimes. And if you happen to see it at a smaller thrift store that doesn't know to look for ALE, heck yes, you gotta get that. You gotta get that. It's gonna sell quickly. It's gonna sell for a lot of money, and you had a great find. So moving on. Next was a pair of new tags, Babaton Conan dress pants in mossy green in a size 4. Conan dress pants are selling for a little bit less than they used to, but again, they were newer tags, so we were happy to receive these from our consignment client. They sold for $60, giving us $48 to split with her, or $24 each, which we were very happy with. I priced them a little higher, but they sat for a bit, so we had to accept an offer. And yeah, I still think that's a good amount, especially lately. Conan pants used to be like, whoa, but now they're like, okay, there's a lot of Conan pants for sale on the internet. Next was this Le Moschino black, pink, and green graphic hoodie sweatshirt dress. It's got a hood. It's like a hoodie, but a dress and like a sweater dress. I love Moschino. I love everything they do. This was in a size medium, and it was in very good condition. It sold for $88, and we got this for $25 at a consignment store. So after Posh fees, that was $70.40 after Posh fees minus 25. 45. That was good. I was hoping it would sell for over 100, but 88's pretty close, and it was a good profit, so I'm happy with it. Moving on. Next, fantastic. Just amazing. New with tags, Levi's high loose jeans in Trainwreck black wash, wide leg, size 26. New with tags, super trendy Levi's jeans. Are you kidding me? I actually listed these at the price they sold at. So it was a full price sale. I listed these at $98. They sold for $98. And you might be able to guess from the size or something, but these were from our consignment client. So we were super grateful for that when we split these $78.40 with her, which was awesome. Nuitag's super trendy cut Levi's jeans, not hard to sell. Next was a pair of Toga Pulla black corduroy double buckled pointed toe loafers in a size 8.5. These, I think the store we got these from thought they were fake. So we thrifted these and I'm pretty sure they thought they were fake. But I looked into it and they were not. So we got them authenticated as well using real authentication. You can click a link below if you want to do that also with your luxury items. Don't look at me. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed of selling these. But yeah, I'm almost certain the thrift store that had these thought they were fake. So they were $15, which is stupid. But since I happen to know that they weren't fake, I bought them and we sold them for $120. That gave us $96 after fees and after cost of goods. I think that's like a $80 profit, which is awesome. I wish they'd sold for more, but I'm very happy with that profit, obviously. So that was cool. Hang on, I need coffee. Please cut me swallowing out of this video. We can ask, but we'll see what he does. Next was the Nuitag's Young, Fabulous, and Broke gray and blue tie-dye asymmetrical one-shoulder dress and an extra small. This sold for $75, giving us $56.07 after Posh fees. And we got this for $20 at a consignment store. So that makes a $36 profit. That was an easy one. Thank you. Even numbers. So yeah, happy with that. I don't know if I'd pick that up again because it took a very long time to sell, but I do like $36 in profit. I don't know. Next was a glorious pickup and a glorious, glorious sale. This was a Claire V lips print pullover crewneck sweatshirt in faded black jaguar print in a size extra large. This had so much attention. It sold within 3 or 4 days. I listed it at $150. It sold for $120, giving us $96 after Posh fees. And this was like $10 at a consignment store. I don't think they knew that it was supposed to look faded, is basically I think what happened there. I'm not sure. Or like, you know, they couldn't sell it. And so they marked it down and down and down and down. And then I came along and I was like, the Claire V is a great bolo brand. They make a lot of purses, but their pullover sweatshirts can also be very good to pick up. And I just quickly looked up comps. Yes, this is amazing. Shoved it into my... Actually, when we're at consignment stores, do you want to know what we do? We don't have a bag. We bring everything to the front and then they like detag it and process it for us. So we don't even like have a cart or a bag. We're just like, add this to my pile. I buy everything. It's ridiculous, but it's kind of fun. I'll totally... I don't know when we're going to do that again because we have death pile on top of death pile on top of death pile, but maybe March 1st and maybe April 1st. And if not, definitely by May 1st, we'll do another consignment haul and I'll bring you guys along and show you like the ridiculousness of it if I can capture it all. It's a fun time. What am I saying? Okay, so this was like really cheap. $96 after fees. Let's just, I don't know, assume I was low a little bit because I like to. An $80 profit. Fantastic. I'm not surprised. It sold really quickly. It sold for good money. Claire V is a great brand, and I'm just very grateful that they couldn't sell it, so I could, because that's awesome. Okay, next was a Lululemon post-practice cardigan, knit wrap style with front pockets in black. A lot of Lulu cardigans do not have size dots, which is not great, because most of the rip tags are pulled out because it's a sweater. You want to be cozy. You don't want a rip tag. Because of that, I kind of call them small, medium, or large based on the measurements. I don't pretend that I know the number. I don't like to do that, but I try them on. I make sure the arms aren't too tight for whatever size I'm assuming they are. And then we measure them and then I list them as small, medium, or large, so I listed this as medium. To be fair, most of their sweaters are pretty oversized or open cardigans or things like that, so it's not that important. Like, most sizes will fit most people, but try and be accurate. Just know, yeah, if you're picking up a Lululemon sweater and you're like searching and searching for the size dot, it probably doesn't have one. So that's not something to keep searching for. Regardless, this sold for $62 and we made after fees $45.64. This I'm sure I picked up at Value Village. I'm not sure which they would have priced it, knowing Value Village, if they knew it was Lululemon, which sometimes they don't. But if they knew it was Lululemon, they would have priced it between $12 and $20. So let's assume $20. We get a $45.64 after fees, a $25 profit, which is definitely what I'm looking for. $62 for a Lulu cardigan, super average, good sale, exactly what I would have wanted for it. It's just, yeah, it's out there living its best life now. What? A pair of Prada black suede round toe pumps in a size EU37 or a US size 7 on Prada's chart. Quick tip, just like really quick. Yep, we're doing it. Okay. EU 37, 38, 39, 40 is not consistent brand to brand. So when you're listing European shoes or just shoes in general that have the EU, I need you every time, and I know this sucks, to look up the brand specific size chart. Because Prada, an EU 37 is a size 7, but in, say, I don't want to give you a wrong example, but like let's say Gucci or something, an EU 37 might be a 6.5, or it even might be a 6 sometimes. So I need you to check brand specific sizing charts and then use those conversions so that you don't ever have a case against you for luxury shoes. Because those cases suck, because these sold for $125. They were Prada shoes, but they were only $30 at the consignment store. I don't know why. I don't even want to speculate. I don't care. They were $30. After Posh fees, we made $100, so that is a $70 profit. I think I've said this before, Prada, their purses should sell for multiple hundreds of dollars. But their shoes, usually between $60 and like $160 is where I would put it, depending on how modern they are. Like certain modern ones will go for more, or like especially new with tags or whatever. But older styles, likely in that range that I just said. So yeah, I was just really happy that we got these for $30. I was like, I know they're boring, but dang, they're Prada. Happy with that, and it worked out really well for us. Next was a pair of All Saints charcoal denim cigarette jeans with light distressing in a men's sized waist 28. I was nervous about the waist 28. That's definitely, I think, the lowest men's jeans go. But, of course, there are men that size. So I was like, someone will buy these. It just might take a while because I think that's the smallest size available. However, these sold for $52, giving us $36.94 after Posh fees. And these were $9 at a consignment store. Probably had to do with the size, but might have had to do with the fact that All Saints jeans can be very hit or miss. But because they were men's, because they were in really good condition, I was like, let's take this $9 chance. What's the worst that could happen? Total earthly destruction, I know. But what happened instead was a $52 sale and a $27 profit. So we're happy with that. Next was this Rails blue and white linen rayon striped Charlotte tie front mini dress in a size medium. I got some pretty low offers on this on US, but I did not take those. I believe this was priced at $23 at my Value Village. So I don't know what I would have paid out of that, but I remember the tag. It was $23. So let's assume I paid all of it just in case. For some reason, I was paying full price that day. And sold for $73, giving us $54.47 after Posh fees. And what is math? 31? I don't know. Like a $30 profit. Whee! Moving on. How high are... Oh, we're almost done Canada. We're almost in Canada, guys. It's gonna be okay. Next was this Adidas Sport ID velour funnel neck charcoal pullover sweatshirt in a size 2X. I picked this up because it was cool, even though it was unique Adidas, and because it was plus size. This sold for $50, giving us $39.30 after Posh fees, and I actually got this at a consignment store. They know Adidas is good too sometimes, and I believe it was $10 to $15. So $39.30 minus, let's say, $15. 40, 25, a $25 profit, which is cool. Yeah, it was Adidas. I knew it might not be the best profit, but you know I like keeping plus size items in the closet. They have a really good sell-through rate because there is less plus size clothing out there available than there are people who need plus size clothing, because the brands can't figure out how the world works, and that's fine because I will try to capitalize on all their mistakes. The end. Okay, next was an awesome consignment piece. It was a Wilfred La Paz black cropped single button blazer in a size small. This was a super modern Wilfred piece. It had a bunch of likes on it. I think I priced it at like $100. It ended up selling for $75. So we earned $60 after Posh fees. And so we split that with our client, $30, $30. Fantastic. Love it. Couldn't ask for better consignment items, honestly. Just a lovely human. Ooh, next. Okay, this was Louis Vuitton white checkered leather strappy buckle espadrille wedges in a size 37.5. These were Louis Vuitton, so we bought them. They sold for $190, giving us $152 after Posh fees, and they were $50. So, which is fair. They're Louis Vuitton, but I think a combination of the size and the style, like espadrille wedges, they're not as in style as they were. But I was like, they're still Louis Vuitton, so give me them. And yeah, so we made a $152 after Posh fees, $102 profit, which is very good. And yeah, it's just hard to leave behind Louis Vuitton. I understand why the consignment store couldn't sell them, but I also understand why we could. So just have more reach. And that's nice. Next was a COS blue and green striped sleeveless midi dress in a size 12. This sold for $50. I don't remember if this was Value Village or a consignment store, which means what was the cost of goods, Stephanie? I don't know. But COS dresses usually sell around the $50 mark for us, somewhere between 40 and 70. So I think I would have maybe paid up to 20, but probably more like 10, knowing it was COS. We don't fully know. I can't lie. Let's say 20, because then we earned $40 after fees and at least a $20 profit. I'm happy with that. It had a lot of likes and attention, and then it sold fairly quickly. So I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'm happy to make a $20 profit if it will sell quickly. So that was great. And I'm going to keep picking up COS dresses unless they are overpriced. Okay, that was the Canadian sale. Should we split this video? No, that's stupid. Is it? I don't know.
Hello YouTube, editor Ethan here. We are going to cut the video here, but check back soon for part 2 where we go over our Poshmark US sales over $50. And yeah, I'm going to go edit that now. Be sure to hit like, hit subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.